eyes. It's like I can't walk on the ceiling. Oh yeah, got me dreaming, dreaming in colors I never dreamed. Oh yeah, I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Filling up with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed, skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh, magic. No, I'm never letting go. Now that I have it with you. When you kiss me, it's like the stars fall out the sky onto my heart to cover up what I don't wanna show. I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Filling up with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed, skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher.
Welcome to Radical Truth to Power, the progressive news show with less BS. I am your host, Marlon Clobber, and on today's show, as the title shows, we will be talking about Eric Crumbley's parents, and the school shooting outside of Detroit, Michigan. I'm pretty sure that everybody does know about the incident or know some things about it. I'm here to clean up a couple of things that I've been hearing other people saying that's a little not flat out not true or a little skewed. So before I even get started, if you're new to the show, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Please do not forget to hit that notification bell. Please do not forget to hit that like button. Truly will appreciate it if you do so. Let us see who's already in the stream. And good evening. It is my last night of being 40. Oh my goodness. Tomorrow's my birthday. The 6th of December, 1865 is when Georgia ratified the 13th Amendment. That's Anna. But wow, last day of being 40. You know what? Next year, my last year of my 40s, so yep. I understand the feeling. Hello, Mickey. Hello, Mickey. Well, without further ado, let's get this party started. So let's go ahead and get started, and let's start with everything. Let's just start from the very beginning, the school shootings outside of Detroit, Michigan.
Tonight, horror in the hallways of another American school.
It's a very tragic situation.
The shooting happening inside Oxford High School, just outside of Detroit. Authorities in a press conference saying the first 911 call coming in at 12:51 p.m. They received over 100 calls. A 15-year-old sophomore opening fire with a semi-automatic handgun, killing 3 students, injuring 8 others, including a teacher. Investigators say the suspect shooting some 20 rounds. An officer already on campus, quickly moving in.
Deputies responded and within 5 minutes had the suspect in custody. He did not cause any problems. He gave the weapon up.
Authorities say the suspect is not cooperating, and it's too soon to know the motive. Parents in this tight-knit community visibly shaken and holding their children close.
I'm just so emotional because you never think it's going to happen here. And the kids just are all a big part of this community, and I'm so scared for them.
Fear gripping this town as President Biden tries comforting those mourning.
As we learn the full details, my heart goes out to the families enduring the unimaginable grief of losing a loved one.
I think this is every parent's worst nightmare.
Now left grieving in the midst of the holiday season. Megan Fitzgerald, NBC News.
So there you go. That's the beginning of the whole situation. Eric Crumbly, after a short period of time afterwards, was identified as the 15-year-old sophomore at that school. He was identified as the shooter. Now, I want to show you a video that has been doing circulations, and this is a firsthand account of what happened during the situation. I wanted to play this because there is a little misunderstanding of the.
Yeah, he said it's safe to come out.
Now, we're not willing to take that risk right now. I can't hear you. We're not taking that risk right now. Okay, well, come to the door and look at my bag, bro.
No. Yeah, bro.
He said no. He said bro.
He said bro. Red flag.
Go.
Go.
I want to show that video because one, it's kudos to the kids who have an understanding of school shootings and the protocol, if you would like to put it that way, of what to and what not to do during a school shooting. They barricade themselves in the room. They did not believe anything that was said on the outside of the door. They was picking up on clues. They was using all their intuition and their training, so to speak, for just for an incident like this. It's sad, however, that everything that I just said is a thing. That you have to start teaching these maneuvers and these listening skills for police shooting, I mean, for school shootings to kids. Now, the incident that I wanted to help out about was that if you wasn't able to hear it, was there was a knock on the door and the person said, sheriff's department to come out. The students, um, their training or by their understanding, was not very sure because we've had um, school shootings where the assailant, the shooter, actually would go and knock on the door and go, "Oh, this is the police. It's safe to come out. Oh, this it's safe to open the door now." And you can pretty much know what happens. Well, what you may not have heard was the sheriff said, "This is the sheriff's part. This is the sheriff department. It's out." The kids said, "I'm not." To an extent, I can't remember exactly what he said, but it's something to the effect of, "We're not willing to take our chances." The sheriff said, "I can't hear you. Can you say it again?" And the student again, "I'm not willing to take that chance." The sheriff said, "Oh, bro, it's okay, bro, it's okay," and that's what triggered us. That he said, bro," who would say bro and everything else, and they got the hell up out of Dodge. The misunderstanding was that was not Eric Crumley. That actually was a sheriff going, "Bro, everything is okay." You can look at it in one or two ways. I'm not going to put one thing or the other in anybody's mind because I can see it from both sides. You can look at it from, "Come on, dude, that was very unprofessional to be saying, bro, we got a bunch of kids that scared," and I get that. You could also look at it on the other side as, "These kids have been through a lot of stuff. We need to find a way to calm them down and put them at ease so we can secure them and get them out of the school." But just to put a fine point on everything is to say, hey, that was a sheriff that say, "Hey, bro, everything." That was not Eric Crumley. Um, hey Tracy, how are you? Uh, does Marlon keep freezing, or it is probably me? For some reason on a Sunday, my internet, I have no idea. So I have experienced a couple of freezes, but they don't last long. Yeah, it's me, guys. Y'all are fine. For some reason on a Sunday, my internet sucks, and I have no idea why. Um, it's like the kids need a safe word. Yeah, yeah, and it's so sad that that's the case. It's so sad that the here and now that we have to go through training, for a lack of a better term, but I can't find any other term other than training for for school shootings. That this is something that you have to ask for. So, what you need to do, what you don't need to do, it is getting sad out there. They know you're coming on, LOL. Yeah, they do. So after that incident, then just to get back on track here, after the incident, the DA in Michigan decided that okay, being the skeptical in me, she said that she was going to charge the parents one way or the other. And the skeptical in me is, you have a lot of people who more or less always say they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that, and certain things, and blah blah blah, and I'm gonna make an example out of the parents for this instead, not only for the kids and everything else, and so on and so forth. Skeptic in me was you're riding the DA, I should say. that the DA is riding an emotional high. This is fresh in everybody's mind. We're sick and tired of these school shootings. We're sick and tired of kids being killed in school, and just putting it just solely on the kids when the parents get to scapegoat and everything else and blah 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 and everything else. I personally thought it was a freaking ploy. Have you talked about the parents? I'm getting to it right now. I'm getting to it. Into it. Hold on. Thank you, Anna. I'm getting to them. These parents, tears are cute. Yeah, I'm getting to everything. So I thought it was just riding an emotional high, a publicity stunt, so to speak, a political stunt, riding the emotional high of the nation, and we're going to charge the parents. They're not going to get away with everything else. So she did press charges against the parents of Ethan Crumbley. Well, as soon as I said that, she had a press conference, and the press conference gave more light to why she decided to charge the parents.
That gun ownership is a right, and with that right comes great responsibility. Based on the information and evidence I have received, today I am announcing charges against the shooter's parents, Jennifer and James Crumbley. The charges are as follows. James Crumbley is charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. Jennifer Crumbley is also charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. I will now publish the details that led to that decision and have already previously been made public, which allows me to comment on them in a swear-to that has just taken place in the district court by Officer Tim Willis, Detective Tim Willis. The investigation into the school shooting incident at Oxford High School, which occurred on November 30th, 2021, has revealed that James Crumbley purchased a Sig Sauer 9mm model SP 2022 from Acme Shooting Goods in Oxford, Michigan on November 26, 2021. A store employee confirms that Ethan Crumbley was present with James at the time of the purchase. Per statute, James Crumbley completed ATF Form 5309A. On or about November 26, 21, Ethan Crumbley's social media posts reveal photos of the semi-automatic handgun, along with the caption, "Just got my new beauty today," including an emoji with hearts, "Sig Sauer 9mm. Any questions I will answer," end quote. Subsequent to the purchase of that weapon, one of Jennifer Crumbley's social media posts on about 11/27/21 read, quote, "Mom and Sunday testing out his new Christmas present," end quote. On November 21st, 21, a teacher at the Oxford High School.
So there you go. That's one of the clues. Because what started off was that Prince was, and mind you, everything I say is rumors. I'm gonna give you the, but y'all been here long enough. Y'all know how I work. Rumor was that the parents was neglectful of leaving their guns unlocked and loaded, apparently, and Ethan was allowed to go in and get the gun, take it to school. You know the rest. What the DA is saying is no. The father purchased the handgun for the son for a Christmas gift for Black Friday, on Black Friday. Ethan was with the father at the gun shop and purchased the gun for him and posted on, they never said what he posted on, but social media, look at my new beauty, blah, 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 acknowledging that this gun is his. The mother posted on social media of, hey, can't wait to take my son out to shoot a few rounds with his new toy. So, needless to say, we can go ahead and cut the idea that this was just left out in the open and Ethan had grabbed it, blah, 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 and everything else. No, the gun was purchased for Ethan. That was his Christmas. That was his Christmas gift. Um, yeah, the parents gave him the gun. Yep. Yeah, I said that too, and James and Janet. It happens, I guess. Nothing would happen about gun control. More children would die, and NRA will continue to tick me off. Yeah, nothing. Tracy, I would say this: the NRA really is a money grabbing organization that always going to defend the Second Amendment. That's just their thing. Every time this situation occur, it is amazing to me how every time this situation occur, the first thing that they want to yell out is, "You want to take my guns away? You want to take my guns away?" When year on year, gun sales have been at a record high, and there has never been a year where anybody guns were taken away. These incidents happen. We'll get the same old condolences and well wishes and our thoughts and prayers little thing, but it always come with our thoughts and prayers are for the parents, but the left is trying the same stuff. So you're right, nothing is going to come of this. Nothing. No one wants a white ring, but they're taking crying as a legal defense now. White tears will have everyone feeling sorry for me. And to combat that, just try to explain to them your tears is going to bring back who from the dead. Feeling sorry for what you did after you done the damage is so mind-boggling. It don't have to be as high of a damage as what happened at this school, but just even in general, once you done the damage and you turn around and cry these little tears talking about how sorry you is, that's great. Who's coming back to life now that you cry these little crocodile tears? Nobody. So you can miss me with feeling sad, and that's why I said I go get so sick of listening to these politicians with my thoughts and prayers crap, and then turn around, but we still have to defend guns. Your thoughts and prayers was for, I really think they're going to try to take my guns, and I pray that they don't. That's your thoughts and prayers. Keep freezing on me will reboot Pewter. Reboot Pewter. Kids shouldn't have guns anywhere. If they want to hunt bow and arrow, no kid handling others' lives. They aren't developed enough in their brains. I agree. I agree. And that's and almost to this, Hannah, I will personally sit here and say this: if you're gonna give a kid a gun, they need to go through the same classroom treatment as every freaking body else on everything. And I got a video that pretty much is gonna say the same thing, only in a slightly different way. It's gonna make a lot more sense when you see the video. But you need to go to driver's class to get your license. You don't have to go to no class to get a gun, to get no gun license. You just pay the money and voila. Excuse me, let me take care of something real quick. Let me see. Agree, Maul, especially when the damage you did was well, yes. You didn't know what was going to happen. You don't hurt somebody, but that was your degree anyway. That's what you was planning on doing, and that the day is hurt somebody. Now you feel sorry. This me. I don't care about you being sorry. Nothing's going to change because you're sorry. Do something to show you are sorry. Volunteer somewhere. Words and years mean absolutely nothing. I agree. I totally agree. Thank you, Anna. I don't see the need for guns. My personal opinion, and you have every right for it. You have they guarantee they'll tell their opinion 50 million times, won't they? They have no problem with that. Let's move on to I tried my best to cut this video. I just couldn't get it the right way. But let's go more into detail of what else did they find. What else did the DJ find? What else did the DA? I knew I was going to say something wrong. What else did the DA find that the parents did that made her decision to charge the parents?
Social media posts on about 11/27/21 read, quote, "Mom and Sunday testing out his new Christmas present," end quote. On November 21st, 21, a teacher at the Oxford High School observed Ethan Crumbly searching ammunition on his cell phone during class and reported the same to school officials. Jennifer Crumbly was contacted via voicemail by school personnel regarding that son's inappropriate internet search. School personnel indicate they followed that voicemail up with an email but received no response from either parent. Thereafter, Jennifer Crumbly exchanged text messages about the incident with her son on that day, stating, quote, "LOL, I'm not mad at you. You have to learn not to get caught," end quote. On November 30th, 21, the morning of the shooting, the next day, Ethan Crumbly's teacher came upon a note on Ethan's desk which alarmed her to the point that she took a picture of it on her cell phone. The note contained the following: a drawing of a semi-automatic handgun pointing at the words, quote, "The thoughts won't stop, help me," end quote. In another section of the note was a drawing of a bullet with the following words above that bullet, quote, "Blood everywhere," end quote. Between the drawing of the gun and the bullet is a drawing of a person who appears to have been shot twice and bleeding. Below that figure is a drawing of a laughing emoji. Further down the drawing are the words, quote, "My life is useless," end quote. And to the right of that are the words, quote, "The world is dead," end quote. As a result, James and Jennifer Crumbly were immediately summoned to the school. A school counselor came to the classroom and removed the shooter and brought him to the office with his backpack. Counselor obtained the drawing, but the shooter had already altered it. The drawings of the gun and the bloody figure were scratched out along with the words, "Help me," and "My life is useless." "The world is dead," and "blood everywhere." Those were all altered by him. At the meeting, James and Jennifer Crumbly were shown the drawing and were advised that they were required to get their son into counseling within 48 hours. Both James and Jennifer Crumbly failed to ask their son if he had his gun with him or where his gun was located, and failed to inspect his backpack for the presence of the gun, which he had with him. James and Jennifer Crumbly resisted the idea of then leaving the school at that time, of their son leaving the school at that time. Instead, James and Jennifer Crumbly left the high school without their son. He was returned to the classroom. When the news of the active shooter at Oxford High School had been made public, Jennifer Crumbly texted to her son at 1:22 p.m., quote, "Ethan, don't do it," end quote. At 1:37 p.m., James Crumbly called 911, reporting that a gun was missing from his house and he believed his son may be the shooter. Further investigation revealed that the 6-hour 9mm handgun purchased by James Crumbly was stored unlocked in a drawer in James and Jennifer's bedroom. The gun recovered from the shooter at the school after the shooting was the same gun that was purchased by his father, James Crumbly, on November 26, 2021, in the presence of his son. Based upon the foregoing, the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office requested and received, authorized, we charged 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter as to James Crumbly and 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter as to Jennifer Crumbly.
There's no way they could have predicted this would happen. They only had about a dozen. I want to say this real quick before I forget, because there's a lot to unpack from that 2-minute video. You're gonna text your son while he's shooting, don't do it? How the hell is that helping? Somebody please explain to me how you gonna text your son while he's shooting up the school, don't do it. Are you just doing that so you can say that you try to put forth an this to say what? That you try to mitigate damage? But I guarantee you, it's funny, it sounds like I'm being sarcastic, but I'm really not if you actually think about it. I really don't think he's looking at his at the time. I really don't think he's really paying attention to text messages. But let's go through what was on that video. So let's start off with a couple of things to put back in check. The fact that one, the note was found, the picture that Ethan drew was found first, not the meeting. Because it was rumored that, okay, once again, I'll go backwards to go forwards. The whole thing was that he was found on his phone looking at ammo and blah, blah, blah. They called the parents in. The parents came in. They talked it over. The parents refused to take Ethan with them. Ethan left, shot up the school. Situation occurred. Then the teacher found the letter. The picture. Now let's put everything, the truth. The teacher found the picture. That disturbing picture was so disturbing that she took a picture of it with her phone. And good for her, very smart of her, because when they called the I'm sorry, let's go back. Go back. What really occurred was that Ethan was found on his phone looking up ammo for his new Christmas present. That caused Ethan to go to the principal's office. They called Ethan's parents, Jennifer and James. No callback. Emailed Jennifer and James. No return call. The school, which I have no idea why, sent Ethan back to class. Ethan then get a text message, haha, I'm not mad at you, just next time try not to be caught again. Next time. So even next time. Next time try not to get caught. So there's your warning. You know, the way Mickey said, there's your one of dozen warnings. The second incident was now the picture, in which they now really called the parents in going, look, y'all need to do something about your son. This is disturbing. You have 48 hours to get your son some help. The parents, which wasn't said one way or the other, they agree or disagree with the situation or not, was not told. What was that you didn't take your son with you. You left them in that school to do whatever, you know what happened. So, Then what occurred was, and I wish I could get more information on this, because what I was understanding was after that meeting with the parents, and the parents did refuse to take Ethan with them, that Ethan immediately left and went back to class, but he didn't go back to class. He went to the bathroom, he grabbed his gun, and he started shooting. All headshots, by the way. All headshots. As I alluded earlier, during the shooting, Jennifer decides she wants to text her dear son and says, Ethan, don't do it. Again, I have to say this over and over again. I really don't think he's looking at his phone at this time. The father, who I have no idea what great idea this was going to, other than put your own self in trouble, because you don't know who it was. And I'm playing dumb just like everybody else. But you don't know who it was that was shooting. But just in case it was your son, you want to report that it was your son. It may be your son because one of your guns is missing. And I know what Theus was alluding to, because I think he was thinking that I was trying to give an out to the parent, but he kept saying he's not old enough to have a gun. So if the gun is purchased by his parents, even if it's for him, it's the responsibility of the parents. That's true. That I agree. I just have to allude to what I was trying to explain to Theus was, what I am saying is they did not go into the gun shop and say, hey, I'm getting a new gun for myself. James didn't go into the gun shop to say, hey, I'm buying a new gun for myself and blah, blah, blah. And it happened. No, he went into that gun shop on the notion that he's going to give it to Ethan, his son. That was your Christmas. So, yeah. His mother texted, doesn't do it, and his father calling cops, telling him it was probably his son, shows that they both knew ahead of time. Yeah, it is. You knew there was a disturbance when you didn't even wait for the name to come out of who's doing the shooting. You automatically knew it was your son. There is a special kind of special for a situation like that. They're preparing for a long time. We know what our children are and are not capable. You know, if something occurs and somebody blames them, you could always look through their history and their behavior and things like that. And you could easily say, no, there's no way they would do something like that. That's not something they would do. Yeah, I totally believe that like that. That's something that you would do. As a parent for a long time, you know this is second nature. This was second nature. You hear a school shooting, and the first person that you think of is your son. And all you're trying to do is mitigate damage. When you had a chance to mitigate damage while you was there. Did they think he was going to shoot up the school? At that point in time, it was probably a 50-50 shot until they heard there was a school shooting. Then they knew it was excuse me, then they knew 100% it was him. You did nothing. 4 children are dead, gone forever. That's something that these parents would never heal from. The pain eases but never go away, even decades. Mickey, it's never going to go away. I'm agreeing with you, but no parent wants to their child. We don't have no problem being buried by our children. We lived our life. You know, call it old fashioned, but that's your children buries their parents. No parent needs to bury their child under any circumstances, let alone this. They need to get the same time as their child. Tracy, we'll see. I mean, I don't think they will. I'll take that back, Tracy. I have to wait and see. But they're not. So while all of that was going on, moving on, while all of that was going on, and I don't know no better way of saying it, parents jetted.
Glenda, a few minutes ago, we heard from the undersheriff saying they are asking for the public's help to locate the Crumbleys, to bring them into custody and make those arrests. At the same time, their attorney telling us that they left town for safety reasons and are not fleeing.
He contacted us this morning, 8 o'clock, 8:15, to indicate that she was their attorney and that if a warrant, the key word here, if a warrant was issued for their arrest, she would make arrangements for us to arrest them. 248-858-4911. That's our dispatch. Tell us where they are and we'll go arrest them. We're currently looking for them with the assistance of the U.S. Marshal's Office.
So I wish I'd have got the picture of it, but I'm going to paint a picture of you. While Crumbly was being arraigned, the parents were allowed to be at the arraignment via Zoom, whatever. If you look closely at that picture of the parents, it looks like they were in a vehicle. We're not particularly sure. This is speculation off the bat, okay? Purely speculation. That they were in the vehicle ready to jet then. Hey, we're going to show that we're here. We're here for our kids. Pack it up, mama, let's go. And my favorite line of this whole thing was when they said they're not on the run. They're just leaving for their own protection. From who? Never said. And no reason to say it now either. Because, I'm sorry, for their safety. You're right, for their safety. They never did say this whom. They just said for their safety. But either way, they was on the run for a day.
Jennifer and James Crumley, the parents of the Michigan high school shooting suspect, are in police custody right now. This was after the pair evaded authorities for hours after they were charged with involuntary manslaughter yesterday. Police say they were found early this morning inside a building in Detroit, not far from where their vehicle was found. Listen to this.
We got a tip that they were here, or that possibly the fugitives were at this location. The vehicle was spotted. Our officers responded in a matter of minutes. When they got here, they set up a perimeter, did surveillance. We notified and activated our Metro Division, our special response team. They came out and they were able to take the fugitives into custody.
Now, attorneys representing the couple say they fled the area because they, quote, feared for their safety. This is following Tuesday's.
So, again, repeated again, they're not on the run. They was feared for their safety. They was found 40 minutes. They was found in Detroit. The shooting was 40 minutes outside of Detroit. They was found in Detroit. I don't know about you, but the one thing that I'm not going to do is if I'm on the run, I'm not going to run to a major city where there's more eyes on me. But having said that, it's also for the simple fact that they may have been also trying to get to the, I can't remember what the name of the airport there is, but it is an international airport. That may come up in trial, that they was really, really finna jet. And the fact of the matter is this. I don't feel sorry. I just want to point this out. They left their kid. This was all about them now. Kid was caught. Kid in jail. Ain't nothing we can do about that. We got to think about ourselves now. We out of here. We gone. We out. Ethan be okay. They jetted. They left him. Good luck, son. And they were through $4,000. I didn't know that through $4,000 they turned off their cell for safety matters. Mickey, you're not understanding now for their safety matters. Guess my internet is still not doing any better. I try to plug it up, but it's still not. I hate Sunday. Move my Sunday shows to another day or something. I don't know. We'll see. So, where were they found?
Live to CNN's Shimon Prokupez. He's in Pontiac, Michigan this morning. He stayed up almost the entire night following this saga. Shimon, the parents' attorney initially said that they left town for safety reasons and that they were planning to return. But given some of the details from last night, it doesn't sound like they were about to turn themselves in.
No, I mean, they were heading in the wrong direction completely if they were going to turn themselves in. Right. They were in Detroit, about 40 minutes away from here. It's really was very interesting to me. Certainly when we first got word that this search was going on, I couldn't figure out what they would be doing in Detroit. I mean, it is 40 minutes, but it's a busy place. So if they wanted to hide, probably would be a little difficult to hide. But that's where they were. The police realizing they got a call, they got a tip that the car was seen at a location, and the police just swarmed in. We saw heavily armed police officers, SWAT team members all over the east side of Detroit looking for them. We obtained exclusive video to CNN of the arrest, the moments of the arrest of both parents inside a building that they fled to. They parked their car and then they walked into this building. And inside this building, it was the U.S. Marshals, the Detroit police, and other law enforcement officials from across the area who had been spending the day searching for them. They went in that building and found them in an area of the building. Now,
one thing I can say for certain is kudos for law enforcement to be taking this seriously. I hate to bring a racial situation into this, but I'm really glad that they didn't take this as a whole, well, they're white parents, what's the worst they could possibly do situation. That they did take it seriously. But gracious, did you see how many law enforcement's out there? Woo! I told Theas that when I was like, it was only 2 people. Granted, I can understand it because there's another video, I wish I would have found it, where they showed them going into the Crumley's home and removing mounds and mounds of guns. I don't even know how many it was, but they were one after the other. It was. I have to find that video and show y'all later, but that was like next level gun collection type thing. But in any event, they found him in the basement of a building. In Detroit, again, why would you go to a major city to hide out? Beyond me. But then again, here's another twist.
Area of the building. Now, what's really interesting is that the Detroit police chief said that someone helped them get inside. Take a listen to what he said.
Yes, in fact, they were aided, and we're looking into that portion of the investigation. That part is very active right now. Our Metro Division has information that they're sharing with the U.S. Marshals, and they'll be sharing with the Oakland County Sheriff's Department.
When you say aided, did someone let them in? So they didn't break in?
They did not break in.
So someone let them into this building?
Yes.
And so whoever that person was that let them in, the police say that they are now potentially facing charges as well. This building that they were found inside, clearly there is some connection. Police would not say what that is because they didn't want to reveal what it is that they're investigating. But they have video of them also going into this building. And that's one of the clues that they used in when they were looking for them.
Now, the conspiracy thing, me, Tracy, and Theus was talking about this. We were so tired. So if y'all waiting for a Mafia 3 after party last night story, it ain't gonna be about last night. We all three of us was worn out. We was ready to go to bed. But we did say it would be kind of funny if the person that let them in go, yeah, come on in, go into the basement, there, stay down there, don't say nothing. Hello, police. Yeah. Those parents that you're looking for, Jennifer and Jane. Yeah. I know exactly where they're at. Yep. Mm-hmm. Sure do. Yeah, I know they're there. I let them in. Yep. Right there now. Yep. Come on through. I'll give you the key too, just like I gave the key to them. Mm-hmm. It's a possibility. It's a sure possibility. If that person do that, oh yeah, you are in a world of hurt. You are in a woo. Let's bring up that the unbiased MSM use a picture of him as a small child. Oh yeah, that's what I put. That's hell. That's what I put. Let's look about Mickey when you get a chance. That's exactly what I put. I put his mug shot, and then I put up there the picture of what they released to the public of him being a little kid and paraded it. This. Yeah, they own the building or the NRA. I don't think they own the building. Somebody owns that building, or somebody have access to that building that let them in. So, I don't know how to introduce this next video. It's a very, very sad ending. I'll play the video and then I'll explain to you why this is just horrific on so many levels.
Response from the U.S. Marshals and other law enforcement officials to try and find them. They all swarmed this area in trying to find them, and they had success. They found them hiding in a first floor area of this building, and they took them into custody without any kind of incident. The police chief talked about how they sort of seemed distressed when they took them into custody. They're both now housed in the same jail, being held in the same jail as their son. We will see them later today. It's expected that they'll be arraigned. Boris, Christy.
They're same jail as their son. Same jail. Just let that sink in. Just let that sink. The whole family. That whole family is in the same place right here, right now. All three in jail. This is like a Lifetime movie, kind of. It's like somebody wrote this. Look like his prayers was answered. Daddy Dearest bought him the gun. Apparently so. Apparently that's what he was praying for. He got it. Please say they do not have other kids. I don't think so. I think that was the only son. Gotta love the irony. Mommy Dearest texts her son to learn how to break the law and not get caught. Meanwhile, yeah. And keep in mind, once again, because I just can't let this pass. Keep in mind, leaving their son to whatever his fate was. If they would have got away, if they would have gotten away with leaving, going to another, on the run, whatever, if they'd have got away, their intention was, oh, well, too bad, son, you got caught. Hey, the mom said, LOL, try not to get caught. Well, son, you got caught. Let me show you how not to get caught. Then you get caught, and you're all in the same freaking jail. So let's go ahead and put a tight little bow on this whole situation as we speak today.
Thanks so much for joining us. The parents of a teenager accused in the deadly Michigan high school shooting have pleaded not guilty to multiple charges. James and Jennifer Crumbly were arraigned Saturday morning. Prosecutors charged them with involuntary manslaughter, and the judge set bail at $500,000 each. Police found the Crumbleys hours earlier in a building in Detroit, about 40 miles from their home. Officials say the couple skipped their first court appearance Friday, which triggered the manhunt.
So after all of that, after all of that said and done, they still pleaded not guilty. Needless to say, Mafia, that this will be the next major case. And I'm sure it's next year sometime, and I'm pretty sure we'll just keep it. We'll just try to keep up with when that trial is going to happen. But this is once again going to be one of those major trials that going to make the news. And whatever found, guilty, not guilty, whatever, will it change the land of America when it comes to their Second Amendment right and their guns? I'm making a prediction. It's not. It just not. We done had school shootings before. This is not new. We done had mall shootings. This is not new. We done had snipers. Remember the DC sniper? Nothing changed. The spa shooting? Nothing changed. Thoughts and prayers, but let's move on to the next situation. Nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. and the right will complain and moan and groan and cry that we're trying to take away your guns, even though you can't prove beyond one incident where the government took away your guns. And we already started. I'm surprised it started so early. They already started with, we try to take away Christmas. We try to cancel Christmas. It's the same stuff over and over again. I have to get kind of bored with this. At the very least, come up with something new. I was excited about critical race theory. At the very least, it was new. Big Bird, that was new. Now you're just regurgitating and recycling the same old Christmas and thoughts and prayers, but away your guns. I'm back. Sorry, I had a house guest and a German Shepherd service dog, so if I got quiet, I'll be back if I can. I've been listening. Wait, is it the same pen or room? Can they talk to each other? I doubt it. They may, when they say they may be in a jail, then even the jail still will probably. I'm not saying because I'm not there, but probably even though it's the same jail, they probably have different areas, men, women, certain things like that. Now, I don't know. No, I know they said they charging the son as an adult. I still do not think they would still put him in an adult population. He's 15. That's me. But there's still different areas in the jail. So I totally doubt unless they're with their attorneys who can request to see all three of them at the same time. That's the only time they can see each other. But as in they walking past each other in the yards and everything. I doubt that's the case. Ashamed of many of my cousins, both actual and metaphorically. Yeah. According to James X, he was an SOB about paying child support for their son, and that's Jennifer is a buster who runs the show. Sounds like it. I wouldn't put it past them. They are being kept separate so they can conspire with their cover story. Yeah, and that's true too. But I really think it's actually going to still be a separation. Juvenile division. I'm missing a word, but junior area, women's area, adult men's area. I really don't think they're going to visit each other. And Vicky, that's also true. Do you really want them together, getting their story together? Doubt it's going to work, but yeah. Okay, no problem, Vicky. I mean, Anna. So there we are. We're going to take a short break. And we'll be back with Foxy's videos of the week. Be back in a few minutes.
Living for weekends, wishing I could take a break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free, I wanna be free, I wanna be free, I always stay dreaming, never imagined I lose my spark. Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Feel my wings spread, levitate into the clouds. I'm so high above the ground. I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free, I wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free, higher to above.
Welcome back. Again, please do not forget to hit that like button. I will really appreciate it. It will really help this station out. If you are new and you enjoy this type of content, please do not forget to subscribe, and please do not forget to hit that notification bell. Old or new, please do not forget to hit that notification bell. It will tell you when I come on. Now, luckily, I haven't had any late breaking news. I tried to I try for my mental health to actually start cutting down on looking at news late at night so I can get to bed, get ready to go to work, everything like that. But just in case, I may come on at any time, and that notification bell, when it works, will let you know when I am and when I'm not on. So please don't forget to hit that like button. Marlon, I see that you took my advice and the volume on your mic. I'm sure that me finally getting a external speaker for my laptop has nothing to do with me. It probably has everything to do with it. I look over my videos after I watch it, and it still sounds like I'm in a hollow room. But I don't think it's me, Nikki. I think it's the speaker. So, last thing. So, remember I told you there was a video that was explaining how it's harder to do one thing, how the right is trying to make it hard in America to do one, but not another. So what would happen if they had to go through the same things on two separate situations?
How about we treat every man who wants to buy a gun the same way we treat every woman who wants to get an abortion?
A mandatory 48-hour waiting period, parental permission, a note from his doctor proving he understands what he's about to do, a video he has to watch about the effects of gun violence.
Let's also close down all but one gun shop in every state and make him travel hundreds of miles, take time off work, and stay overnight in a strange town to get his gun.
And finally, let's make him walk through a gauntlet of people holding photos of loved ones who were shot to death, while we call him a murderer, and shame him for buying a gun.
If this bothers you, then you probably need to go fuck yourself repeatedly. Bitch.
Let's see how things end. Let's see how certain who are we kidding ourselves? As soon as we actually try to make it harder to get guns, gun freaks will lose their ever-loving mind. Lose their mind for the 48-hour thing. I promise you, if we sat there and told them you have to wait 48 hours after you get your license before you have to get a gun, would lose their itch. They will lose it. This is the beginning of the end. They're trying to and blah, blah, they're trying to block my Second Amendment. You're trying to stop people from doing whatever they want to do with their bodies. No, it's in the Bible somewhere that says so. That's totally different. And we all know that the Constitution is stronger than the Bible. Still, the Bible needs to be stronger than the Constitution, just really depending on what situation that we're talking about. The right changes the rule, one, because the Democrats are a piece of garbage and the Republicans. Okay, here we go. Next Saturday's show, and I'm going to have to remember this and I'm going to have to put some stuff together for it, but next Saturday's Tracy's show, this is challenge. It's now time for Tracy's challenge. Tracy has pushed the envelope so much, it is time to give Tracy's challenge. And Mafia, here is the challenge. Throughout the whole show, regardless of what the subject is, Tracy cannot put down the Democratic Party at all. She can't call them names. She can't even point out things that they did wrong. She can't do none of it for the whole show. It don't matter it don't matter what me and Thea says. She is allowed to put the Democratic Party down at all for the whole show. That crazy challenge for next week. They ignore the last half of the Senate and got militia. Militia is a state for the order. They didn't ignore it. They didn't ignore it, and they don't even have a militia. This is play for most of these people. These are people who like to dress up and be military without actually being in the military, because they sure as hell do not want to really put themselves in danger. They want, I would say they want the Constitution. They don't give a damn about the Constitution. They want to defend the Constitution, actually ever read the Constitution. But it's cosplay. That's all it really is. It's cosplay to them. Oh, poor baby. This was able to do it. Tracy could do it. Tracy, a grown woman. Shall we make it a drinking game, Mickey? Oh boy. Anna, you're not here on Saturdays, though, so how would you even know? LOL, I have to bring up Clyburn to see how much self-control Tracy. Me personally, Tracy ain't gonna make it. She's gonna make it out of the first hour. No, I don't even think she's gonna make it out of the first 30 minutes. That's my. She's not even gonna make it out of the first 30 minutes. I'm losing. I already know. FYI, they still trash. They have the House, the Senate, and the White House, and they still do little next to nothing. Too bad, Tracy. That ain't nothing. You telling me that they? No. Nope. I know that trick, Tracy. That's the trick. Well, since you're gonna lose, we're not gonna do the challenge. No, Tracy. Diaz was able to do his challenge and did it. You're able to do it too. Have self-control. I'm positive. Oh heck, Anna and Mickey on. Okay. I don't know how Anna and Mickey's drinking challenge, but so set the rules. So for every time that Trey breaks the rule, you take a drink, or y'all let me know how y'all gonna do that. I love teasing Tracy. Easy. Tracy is one of those people that I've known Tracy for less than a year, and I pretty much can tell you everything that's going to trigger her. And since I am the big brother group, I am the eldest, I get to pick on little sister. This is gonna be fun as crap. And yeah, bring up Clyde. It ain't gonna take long. It ain't gonna take long at all. Gee, I'll be unconscious. I really drink, so one, and I'm buzzed. Then Mickey, I don't think you need to do it, because Tracy ain't gonna make it past 30 minutes. I guarantee you she's not gonna make it 30 minutes. Yes, that's what I had in mind when she said something about Clyburn. We drink our alcohol beverage, or okay. So we got the challenge between Anna and Mickey for every time Tracy breaks it. So don't say Clyburn, because she could say something good about Clyburn and it would get away with it. So that's not it. She cannot chastise, she cannot say anything bad about the Democratic Party at all. she can make points. You know, I'm not gonna make it that hard on her. She can make points about the Democratic Party, but it can't be points of, you know, she can make the point of the Democrats' House, the Senate, and the White House things are being done. That's not putting down the Democratic Party. Those are facts. What she can't do is what she just put on there. They got the House, the Senate, and the White House, and they just pure trash and crap and everything else. And that she can't do. Yeah, but is this? Yes, this is excused. This has already did his challenge. Well, a second challenge on Theus. You have not had a challenge. Triggers, boo, swear, set. Boo, swear, and sets. Don't take much, Mickey. It really don't. Right, Dims. Oops, and weed. I didn't know weed. When did we have a conversation? Weed. That must have been on her show. What about Biden? He is a Republican. Yep. Biden is not a Republican. Nope. Biden is not a Republican. Cinema is not a Republican. Manchin is not a Republican. Nope. Not at all. We ain't doing that core value and all. Nope. Sorry, I was still laughing about Mickey mentioning Clyburn Tracy would be done. One and done. One and done. I'm not giving you an excuse. Nope. I'm not giving you. You can say all the stuff that you want to right now about the Democratic Party. You're absolutely correct about everything you say about the Democratic Party. What I'm saying is at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on this station, you, Tracy Carson of Tracy Carson Media, cannot put the Democratic Party down at all. Nada. Zero. Zilch. My thumbnail will literally say that. Keep a lookout for it. And no, I'm not going to go out and find a whole bunch of different stories and everything. I'm going to go through the same rhetoric that I always do. I'm just saying it doesn't matter. Somewhere, somehow, you're going to bring it back around to trash. They're trash. I can teach Tracy all I want because she's a firm believer in respecting her elders. I'm just kidding. It's easy to respect you, Mickey, because I have a strange feeling nobody wants you to go off on them. I'm a medical marijuana cannabis user in West State where it is legal. Okay. Just no complaints. Even if what I point out is a fact. I told you. You can point out that the Republicans have the House, the Senate, the Democrat, and still certain things are still not being. What you can't say is the Democratic Party is a bunch of trashy people because they have the House, the Democrat. You Tracy, as much as I am older than you, but you older than exactly what I mean. So let's stop playing these games like you don't know exactly what I'm saying. We're not going to do that. You know exactly what I'm saying about you cannot put down the Democratic Party. So no, we're not going to play that. Facts are not complaints. Is how you act. I can sit there and say Tucker Carlson is putting out a lot of misinformation on his show. I can't say Tucker Carlson is a piece of low down, dirty crap who have no business being on TV because he's putting out a whole bunch of that's the difference between putting out and saying facts. I just realized that I could say to trip up Tracy. I never remember in a week. LOL. It ain't gonna take much. It ain't like there's something that you can. It ain't gonna take much. In policy, sometimes right or Republicans. You're right, Tracy, but he is a registered Democrat. He's aligned himself with the Democrats. Let's just end off with it. He's a registered Democrat. His policies and everything else may be a little Republicanish, but he is a registered Democrat. He ran on the Democratic ticket. He won as a Democrat. He is a Democratic president. All right, so let's move on to the next video. I wanted to show this video. We still have this issue in society where whites still want to use the N-word. And I think this was a great way to show that, sure, you go ahead, say the N-word.
Delroy Lindo should have won an award for this scene.
Hip hop. We talked about this on the show before. You have African American rappers saying N-word this and N-word that, but a Caucasian can't.
So say it.
Say what?
Say the word you want to say.
I'm not saying that I want to say it. I'm just saying that I can't.
Sure you can. Say it. Say it right now. I will say it with you.
Okay, this is hypocritical. You know we can't.
Sure you can. This is America. Both of you. Say it.
All right, I think we can move on.
Why? Why move on when you want to say it? Both of you want to say it? Huh? All together, everybody.
Yeah. The whole situation occurring with why white people. Somebody brought it to me, and it made absolutely perfect sense. Most white Americans have been brought up on the notions of this is my country, this my and you're taking. It's a form of white privilege. In other words, it is a way of saying that how dare you say that I'm not allowed to do X, Y, Z. So just to even start off with saying, well, if the black community can say it, why can I not say it? That's really not the real root cause of it. What the real root cause of it is, the black community can say the N-word, but we can't, as the white community, say the N-word. Well, let me start over. What the real root cause of it is, the black community can say the N-word without consequence. So why cannot the white community say the N-word without consequence? You see what I'm saying? So it isn't the fact that they're saying, I'm not allowed to say the N-word. It's like the guy said, you can say it. But what they're really saying is, why am I not allowed the word without consequence? Well, you know why. And it comes from white privilege of why am I not allowed to do something that I know is wrong without consequence? And we feel that this is wrong. And we feel that we should have to pay for anything, be chastised, be canceled, be anything. If the black community can do it, why can't we? And the answer has always been, I've told my children this for many of the years. You can do whatever it is that you want to do, as long as you can deal with the consequences of your action. If you can't deal with it, don't do it. If you don't think you're going to get away with it, don't do it. If you get caught and you have to deal with the consequences and you know you can't deal with it, don't do it. But what's not going to happen is you're not going to do something that you know does have consequence behind it and think it's unfair that I have to pay the consequences. That's all we're saying. We're not saying that you can't do it. We're just saying that it's going to be some consequences behind it. Be prepared. Let me catch up on some of this. Oh, damn, no, don't do it. Hey, as long as you can handle the consequences of it, knock yourself out. What I'm saying is white America has a thing that they can. I have the right to say what I want to say. You surely do. Land of the free, home of the brave. You have every right. But just like everything else, speed. You take the consequences of crashing your car or getting the ticket. Consequences of your actions. Give that man an Emmy. Yep. I don't want to see a word that comes from whites to blacks meaning something terrible. It has nothing to do with that, Anna. It has everything to do with the fact that they want to say something that other people are allowed to say. And why should I have to have consequences behind saying it? That's it. That's it. My brother and I used to tease each other slurs all the time, but we would do it in public and we would stand for it from other people. Yeah. I personally hate the word personally. I don't agree with that whole own the word. We're gonna own the N word till it dies. Apparently we've been owning that word for a long time and it hasn't been owned yet, so I don't like it. I'm not one, so don't call me one. Regardless of what your color is, I'm just not. But yeah. But in Atlanta, Trump words, but they believe that they can have no more. Well, at Trade before, this was always a thing. Trump, this was always going on before Trump. Was why do the black community get to say the N word and when they greet each other in their music and in their poetry, on TV shows and everything? Why are they allowed to say it and we're not allowed to say it? What do you think the soft R and hard R? I don't even understand that stupid analogy for the life of me. That was one of the dumbest things that ever came on. No, I didn't use the hard R. I used the soft A. Okay, you go get a soft consequence compared to a hard consequence. Just let it be known there is a consequence. They want to erase slavery from our history. Yeah, they do. They truly do. But what are the real consequences? Biggest fine of the biggest. Oh, Anna, they know what the consequence is. If you say it around the wrong person, you say it around your friends, it's not a consequence of what they're doing. This is not even going to go as deep as they try to make it out to be. We're not. I'm way too OS. They will say it around their family. They may even say it around their friends, but they know daggone well say it out in public or get mad and upset. It's going to be some ish. But you was allowed. You were allowed. And you will get knocked across the head with an Arizona iced tea. But you was allowed to say it. Didn't stop you. The guy even gave him a warning. Say it one more time. Say it one more time. He said it one more time. He was picked up off the floor. Because they're meaning to words. They They want to say it because they was told they were not allowed to say it. That's it. And I ain't saying everybody. So I understand exactly what you said. And some people say it because they really mean that this is how I see you. Period. But majority of it is they were told that they couldn't say it because we were allowed to say it, and that's unfair, and all the other rhetoric that you want to use. Whites have always used that word as derogatory. Yeah, they have, and they still are. But there's always been a second case of it's so totally unfair that you are allowed as a black community to greet each other with that and put it in your rap songs and everything, but you get mad at the white community when they use it and everything else. Okay. No, we're just saying if you can handle the consequences of your actions, out. I'm not going to tell you what the consequences are. You have to figure that out yourself. I'm not a mind reader. That's it. That's a final video of the night. But goody, I remember this from a long time ago. And it was, I have to admit, it was from my former life way before I got married. But I also wanted to show the video because it's true. It really is true. And it's a satire, you know, it's supposed to be funny, but there's a lot of truth behind it.
Welcome to Stay in Your Lane Insurance. How may I help you?
Why haven't you called me, and why can't I spend the night in your bed last night?
Well, let's see what type of package you have. Okay, it's saying here that we actually had you signed up last Saturday for our Smash and Dash package.
Smash and Dash?
It's actually one of our inexpensive packages, but doesn't come with a lot of benefits.
What does it come with?
Well, it comes with the standard would that could. Now, that's not just for at home. It's actually good for trap house parties, bathrooms, and in the back of any trap house vehicle.
Will you call me?
No.
Can I say the name?
Nope.
Cuddle?
Hell no.
Take me out?
Kill yourself.
What package does come with all that?
That actually falls under our girlfriend package.
And how do I upgrade to the girlfriend package?
We'd actually have to run your HOFAX.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Question number 1. Have you ever smashed any of my homies?
Yes.
Denied.
I mean, why can't I be your girlfriend?
I'm sorry.
This happened before you. I met him before you.
It's actually saying that you're not eligible. It's just a computer. But last Saturday, you did help us fulfill our random cheat quota of the month. You are a valued customer. Next.
Who is that girl who's been liking all your Facebook statuses and retweeting everything you say on Twitter?
Well, let's see what package we have you signed up for. Okay, it looks like we actually have you signed up for our talking package, and it doesn't look like you're covered to annoy the hell out of me with questions about my Facebook or Twitter. But you are covered to come over and chill at home, but no public places.
Why not?
It violates our confidentiality clause, which states as long as you're messing with this company, if you ever feel the urge to tell your friends, teammates, or sorority sisters our business, you are required under law to... here it goes. Shut the hell up.
I know what I signed up for, casual dating and everything, but ever since we've been intimate, I've really been wanting more, and I don't want to see you with any other female.
Did I mention we have an 808 to heartbreak clause, which means we don't cover you in the event you drown or catch feelings. Next!
You've been real distant lately, you haven't been paying me any attention, and you're looking at other women.
Well, it sounds like you're a part of our girlfriend package. It's actually our premium package. You get unlimited amounts of public affection, overnight stay, as well as spoonage. But it looks like you might be at risk of being dropped from the company.
Dropped? Dropped from what?
It looks like you're behind on your tax payment.
What tax payment?
All girlfriends are required to pay a weekly butt tax, and you're behind on giving up the cheeks. And we're not even going to talk about cooking, cleaning, or morning sloppy toppy. Next.
So I show up at your house and you don't want to open the door because I didn't call first? Like I need an invitation to stop by? Like I can't stop by whenever I feel like it?
Well, it looks like you're a little too damn comfortable. Have you seen our commercial regarding your package? In the world, who is this knocking on my door? All crazy.
Hey, Boo!
Hey, Boo, nothing. What are you doing here?
What do you mean, what am I doing here? I just wanted to come over.
It's Tuesday. It's not even your day.
What do you mean it's not my day?
We ain't had no plans. You could have called, sent a text.
Pause.
Smoke
Why would I
signal?
be calling or sending a text message? You weren't saying that last night when I wanted to come over. Do you have another girl in here? What is the problem?
Like a good side joint, stay in your lane. The side joint package actually does not cover you showing up to his house randomly when you want to. Stay in your lane. Peace.
What? Bye.
Stay in your lane, agents. Always there when you need them.
Sorry. That's how it was. That's how it was back in the day. If you was a side, you was a side. Hey, I'm so glad I'm married. I really am. I can't do those things no more. I'm crying. That's how it was back in my day. That's my day. We used to say on the number twos. The number one obviously is the girlfriend. And number two was you could be seen in public, but it was not as powerful. The number twos, and the number threes was your point of the matter. So there it is. Tracy, you still here? Or did Tracy pass out? No. Tracy may have passed out looking at that video. That's one of her triggers. Yep, Tracy did pass out. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all ages, non-conforming individuals, that show for tonight. I wish I had that video when I was dating. I definitely had most of those ladies, but wasn't aware it was a thing. It's a thing. Oh, yeah. When dating more than one person was a thing. I remember that. Yeah. Hey. That is our show for tonight. Please do not forget to hit that like button on the way out. I would truly, truly appreciate it. Please do not forget to hit the like, hit notification bell that will let you know when I'm coming on. If you're new and you enjoy content like this, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Again, my goal for next year, by the end of next year, to have 1,000 subscribers. So please do not forget to share. Share with people you may not even think would like this content because they may like it. They don't like it. What's the harm? Hey, I get another view. But you never know. So I see 5 likes. And that's usually an average. Night all, take care. Night, Mickey. Night, Tracy. Good night, John Boy. Where is my outro? Until next time, I'll see you when I see you. Peace.